Would you believe it? The sun is shining here at Aintree, but things are still slightly murky. This is the news on the boards to the public. Due to circumstances beyond our control, racing has been temporarily suspended. Would all patrons please evacuate the county stand? Well, Clerk of the Course Charles Barnett is talking to Jonathan Powell.
Charles, the worst possible scenario seems to be happening out on the course. What is the problem? Well, a fire alarm's gone off in the county stand, so naturally we are prudent and we evacuate the stand. The fire brigade have come in and they are checking to make sure there is no fire. We believe it's a false alarm, but they're checking to ensure that is the case. As soon as they've checked, we hope racegoers will be allowed back into the stand. A couple of minutes ago, racegoers started to go back in and then they were told to stop and go out again. Well, I'm not sure why that happened. Obviously, I haven't got the full details of that, as you can imagine, but it's important in the safety issue that the fire brigade ensure the stand is safe. At this stage, you don't think it's any more sinister than that? No, certainly not. Thank you very much.
And we can certainly race without grandstands. The people are here, the horses are here, everybody's here, but the grandstands are empty. Around the paddock, it's life as normal. Now, the runners and riders are in here, they are about to be mounted, so let's take a full check on the Martel Foxhunters Chase runners and riders. It's over 2 miles 6 furlongs. Number 1 is Andermatt, John Cornwall. 2, Arctic Life, Di Jones. Blue Cheek, last year's winner. Number 3, Ollie McPhail. 4 is Cara Bridge, ridden by Grant Lewis. Cavallero is number 5, ridden by Alex Charles Jones. Double Collect is next with Simon Andrews on board. 7 is Elegant Lord, a big hope from Ireland, Enda Bolger rides. Number 8 is Fantastic Fleet with Evan Williams. He's 27 years old today. What a day for him to remember his birthday. Number 9 is Fardross, Chris Stockton. 10 is Father Rector, Tony Costello, good rider, riding for Charlie Brooks. Number 11 is Good for a Laugh, James Young. He owns and trains this. Rather, he doesn't own it, he trains and rides it. After that, we've got the first of the ladies. Emma James rides number 12, Highway 5. John Trice-Rolfe rides Holy String for Jonathan Giles. Philip Fenton, he'll be one of the riders with a camera on his head, riding the grey Kerry Orchid, number 14. Jamie Jukes on King Taurus, 15 for Victor Dartnell in Nick Viney's colours. 16 is Lord Relic, he knows his way around these fences. Richard Burton, another rider carrying a helmet with a camera on board. 17 is Master Crusader, Steve Shinton, visored first time. 18, Mighty Falcon, Emma Torrey. Mary Torrey is the trainer of this one. 19, Minella Ladd, John Nallen from Ireland, and Greg Harford has the ride. 20, this one is Minister for Fun in the famous J.P. McManus colours. Ruby Walsh, the young son of Ted Walsh, rides for Edward O'Grady. 21, Mr. Busker, on for a 4-timer. Peter Morris trains, Charles Barlow rides, visored first time. 22 is My Nominee, Dennis Nichols trains, Rupert Wackley rides. 23 is Principal Music, Alan Phillips. 24 is Right Said Fred, Peter Bull. 25 is Surisat, and Tessa Blasey has the ride here. 26 is Linda Blackford on Some Toy. 27, Andrew Sansom riding for fishmonger Chris King on TCK. Joe Tizard rides the Major General at 28, and Julian Pritchard on Viridan, 29. And then one of the true Cavaliers is Gavin Ragg riding number 30, Young Nimrod, and it is soft going on the Martel Foxhunters course. We can only assume from the cheers that we heard that the public address was inviting people to come back in. These are the famous colours of Gavin McKechnie on Holy String, just leading them out. John Trice-Rolfe on board. After that, 20 Minister for Fun, Blue Cheek and Ollie McPhail. But as they file out onto the course, we can go back to Claire.
Well, here in the paddock, the horses have just left to parade for the Martel Foxhunters Chase. The Amateurs Grand National, memories of last year with the evacuation, particularly so for the man on my left, Stan Clark, who last year won the Grand National when it was rerun on the Monday with Lord Galeen. You must have thought it was all about to happen again.
That's right. I'm quite mature about these happenings and hope it doesn't go on too long.
Now, you've got Lord Relic in this race in your wife's colours, almost the same as yours, aren't they?
That's right, indeed. They're opposites. Black bodies and green bodies and striped sleeves, yes.
And trained as Lord Galeen was by Steve Brookshaw. And ridden by his nephew.
That's right, Richard Burton. He rode him at Leicester the other day, and he rode a very nice race. Leicester's a tricky track for a young man. And if Steve wins this, I think it's a bit of a record, because in 1996 we won the Foxhunters with rolling ball with Steve in his first season, and then come out and win the National, and then let's hope he runs well today.
Well, let's hope he does. Let's find out how he features in the betting.
Elegant Lord is 3-1, the clear favourites from Ireland. They've won the first 3 races. Can they make it 4? 6-1, Lord Relic. 7's Blue Cheek, last year's winner. King Taurus to the same prize. 8-1, the Major General. 14's Fantastic Fleet, and Minister for Fun. Manila Lad is 16, the same price. Principal Music. 20's Father Rector and Kerry Orchid, the grey, owned by Peter Curlin, the artist. Mighty Falcon, the same price. Right Said Fred at 20s. Then it's out to 33s. Arctic Life. Cavallero, he's on a roll for John Manners at 33s. Double Collect, the same price. Mr. Busker, Some Toy. Viridian also. Then we go to 40-1. Andermatt, My Nominee, and 50-1 we've got for Young Nimrod. Fardross is 66, Good for a Laugh, the same, Highway 5, and Holy Sting. Cara Bridge is 100s, Master Crusader, Sirisak, and TCK, all at 100-1. Well, the helmet camera on 3 horses here, this one being carried by Richard Burton on Lord Relic, and as they just canter to the start, it is truly a rider's eye view, Peter.
It is indeed, yes. As I say, it's amazing how still the jockey's heads stay.
You don't think we're going to get seasick, do you?
Just rocking up and down. No, it's...
We've 3 cameras in this race. They are on Tony Costello, Father Rector, Richard Burton on Lord Relic, and also the 3rd one is on Philip Fenton and Kerry Orchid the Grey. Lovely horse this, Peter.
Yeah, Lord Relic, I remember riding him as a novice. I got beaten in him at Cheltenham, but he's gone on to better thing over fences. There is the shot again. The horse is coming to have a look at the first fence. Difficult fence this, with so many runners, as we saw yesterday. They'll all be lined up in the tape and going very, very fast at it. It's speed rather than the fence that catches them out. We often see horses fall early in this race.
I say that you don't need to show a horse a fence, but of course they don't jump these normally. Tony, do you believe in showing horses what they've got to jump?
I think so. It doesn't do them any harm at all, Richard. You know, it just puts their eye in, lets them know what they're going, you know, they're going to go about their job, you know. I think the public at home will get a good view of especially this horse, because I think this lad is going to ride him very handy today, you know, so he'll be up there with a buzz for them.
Viridian is just in front of the camera now. Julian Pritchard, Damien Duggan trains this one for Dennis Hine, but it certainly brings things into a different perspective.
Yeah, Julian Pritchard, champion point-to-point rider, training the trainer Damien Duggan, whose brother was a very, very good rider. Now they're just turning away. I can just see the famous colours of the young hustler. There's a lovely shot, isn't it, through the horse's
It's Kerry Orchid, this.
It's like the famous painting, isn't it? When the horse goes down to Beeches, the Snaffles painting, the best view in Europe. Perhaps we'll see that.
There he is. He's a decent horse, but I think he's probably been better in the past, Peter.
Yes, I had a chat to Edward O'Grady, who trains this horse. Said that he's just hoping that the ride round here will cheer Kerry Orchid up again. He feels that he hasn't really been back to his best lately, but he was second round here once.
He certainly was. Well, that is a good shot. It does just tell you that the way different styles of riders go will give you a totally different picture, won't it?
That's right. Philip Fenton riding this horse. Philip, who was over here with John Edwards, a very, very high-class amateur. I'm not quite sure what weight he does, but I mean, he could easily have been a professional rider.
That was Tessa Blasey we saw next door for female riders in this race. Peter Curling, a brilliant equine artist. But Kerry Orchid not looking very cooperative at all.
Yes, there's the likely winner, I suppose, Elegant Lord, high-class hunter chaser. He's won 11 of his 15 outings, although he was slightly disappointing at Cheltenham last time. If we can forget that, he's got a great chance. Another high-class Irish amateur in Edna Bolger.
Yeah, I think you'll see Enda drop this fella in a bit, and he normally gives him a little bit of light, because this horse can take a little bit of a tug, so he can sometimes. But he normally jumps well and run big race.
Of course, J.P. McManus